It's B95.1 Bo and Friends morning show, and we are going to take a yoga class. Camarillo Yoga. We're right here in Camarillo with Audrey, the yoga lady. In fact, you could ask Audrey anything you want about yoga, flexibility, right there on our Facebook, BoB951.com. And every Monday morning at 7:30, she's there giving you tips about yoga. But this is the first time we're in a class, and we're like the beginners.
Yeah.
So how do we start?
Well, welcome. Okay, so just for fun, let's try to figure out where we should start. So I'm going to give you some questions. So if you think that you can do this, this is a hip stretch. This is where you would start. If you think that doing this hip stretch is where you are, this is where you would start. Or maybe you would put your hands on the blocks. Or maybe the hip stretch that's right for you looks like this. So I want you to pick your mat right now. Which mat is right for you?
Although I love breakdancing as a teenager, I don't think I'm ready for this mat right now, Audrey. I'm going to come back to the chair. Come to the chair over here. By the way, you're breathing. I don't know if they can hear you breathing on it. How are you breathing? What is that breathing technique?
That's called Ujjayi breathing, and we're going to learn how to do that in just a minute.
Okay, because I heard, I didn't know if they heard it on the camera. So I'm coming over here to this chair here.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming.
Guess what? I want to say something. This was a joke. Because this is what people think is the problem with yoga, is that if they want to do yoga, they're going to walk into a class and be asked to do something like that, some kind of pretzel-y, twisty thing that they can't do. And the nice thing about yoga is that it's not hierarchical. It's not like you start here and you aspire to be there. Because some bodies are meant to do this. Some bodies can do this. Some bodies can do that. But it doesn't mean that this is better than this. So we have to work where we are. So it doesn't matter if you're athletic, if you're not athletic, but we need to get in touch with our bodies, strengthen our bodies, stretch our bodies, and find balance. We also need to breathe and calm ourselves down, right?
Right.
So I think what we'll do today is we'll start with that Ujjayi breathing.
Okay.
So Audrey, I'm going to have you sit on these blocks, if you would.
Sit on them.
So you're going to kneel right here, and I'm going to put these underneath your sit bones, and you're going to see how that
Kneel
feels.
meaning.
Kneel on your knees, on your shins, like this. Yeah? And we'll see how that feels for you. Knees together, feet apart. And we'll have you sit like that. Go ahead, sit up. Does that feel pretty comfortable in your thighs? Pretty
Very
stable?
comfortable.
I like this better than cross-legged, because cross-legged, most people kind of look like this. So this way you can sit up nice and tall. What do you think, Bo? Like this or on the chair? Knees okay?
I'll try the knees.
Okay, let's do blocks, and we'll get you. This is called the hero's pose, and you're the hero of B95.1, so perfect, right? All right.
If I knew I was going to be playing hero today, I would have brought my Yoga Superman cape with me.
Yoga Superman suit. So in our classes, we have levels, which doesn't mean that one's better than the other. But in a Yoga 1 class, you probably wouldn't sit like this. You'd probably sit on a chair to begin. So come, let's try. Watch it kneel first. And for some men, this is great, but some men, their thighs are a little too tight, so it doesn't feel so great. You tell me if that feels okay on ankles and thighs.
I'm okay.
You okay there?
Yes.
Could you sit there for 5 minutes?
No.
Maybe 3.5.
Yeah, you don't look that comfortable. I'm going to do one more thing. Give me a second. Can you edit this to shorten it?
One more block?
The person with the most blocks wins. There you go. So let's try that now.
I have a block and a towel. Thank you. Ooh.
Is that better?
You know what's stretching? My the front of my feet.
Yeah, your tibialis.
Yeah, that's what's really
right,
stretching.
Right. So we probably would not ask you to sit like this for any length of time because we want you to be comfortable.
Okay.
So I'm going to go over the breathing with you now.
Okay.
So